Hello everyone, welcome back. Alright. Today we talk about a new champion and it won't be the fusion. There will be a different look at the fusion. I know it's late and I apologize, but in this video we will be talking about a new barbarian who is a legendary HP champion who sort of looks like a damage mitigator, a carry. She looks kit wise pretty good. Without further ado, let's go into barbarians and let's have a look at Ursuga Warcaller. Now, I think the barbarians, first of all, if we cross back out here, the barbarians do pretty good for legendaries. Tarvold, Valkyrie, Elder Scar, Kandra, Sile, Oltan, so legendary champions do okay. Epics, they kind of suck. Don't get me wrong, some are good. Rares, it's like Marked, War Maiden, Anointed, Berserker. There is Soul Balance, so there's pretty good, but the HP Legendary Champion. She looks alright, so we'll inspect the kit, we'll take a look at. She's got this big ass weapon at the side, it's like a big candy lollipop. Probably why she's a barbarian, you try to take her snacks, she'll hit you with it. She has a pretty gigantic looking shield. And I can only seem to imagine that in the center is her with a keg of beer, while everybody dances around her. I have no idea, but it's a fearsome looking shield. The armor is more than the other barbarians get, but she's a bigger woman, so she's going to need a bit more. I quite like the hair, to be fair. Not sure whether it's... No, okay, it's not... I mean, if that's kind of connected to the helm, that's a hell of a lot of work. But if that's her hair, that's cool. I mean, the overall design is just a Warmother that they've tried to make look more attractive, I think. So there is 2 reviews that have been done. Potentially people have pulled this champion. She is new, she's not in the fusion as I say. But we're going to talk about the skills, have a look. And before we do, we'll start with the total stats. So she's a HP champion and our starting HP is just under 24,000, which is really good. It seems like one of the best in the game. It's not a Mountain King, but that's your starting base HP. That's really good. You can stack up 100k easy on that. The attack 485, which I mean she's not really an attack champion. She is a HP support carry kind of champion, and we'll get into that in a bit. Defense 1531, which I think is really good. I think it's good. She's got respectively high defense and HP is because she is a tank. And like I say, we're going to look at the movesets in just a few minutes. 108 speed. Put a smile on my face. She's a big woman in 108 speed. Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, it's a decent speed. I think for a legendary champion, I see no problem making the speed a bit higher because it's legendary champions. They have to be better. If they suck, then why they're a legendary champion? Critical damage and all that stuff's just the same. So we will start with the A1. This is damage based on HP, so her HP. It's a single enemy, and it has a 60% chance when booked placing a block cooldown skill deeper for 1 turn. So if you're in an arena, if you're in dungeons, if you're in faction wars, wherever you want to take this champion, if there's a threat and you use this move, you block cooldown skills, the enemy cannot cool down their skills. It's simple. It could be Valkyrie with shield, it could be Duchess Lelutu, it could be a whole bunch of champions. So that's a very good A1 in my opinion. It's based on HP, so all you have to do is make sure you stack up your HP. Crit damage obviously, but mainly HP. Go Mountain King on her, just get like 130, 140, 150k. That's perfect A1. Like I think it kind of suits the character. It's not an attacking one, it's just blocking cooldown skills, so it's not an attack, but it's more of a defensive type of attack. Team-based attack, anyway. It's nullifying the enemy. Just any damage that is going to come to you is now not coming to you because they're stuck on their A1 until it's one turn, but you can get people to extend it. But for an A1, I think it's really good. Barrel through, okay. AoE, which is always good, and as a legendary champion, doesn't hurt having an AoE. She places a 30% decreased critical damage debuff and a 50%, as a big version, decreased attack debuff for 2 turns on targets whose attack is higher than their defense. So if it's an attack-based champion, you're taking away all their attack and all their crit damage, and you're just slamming it down low. You're nullifying any threat that they are. They're going to hit you softer, they're going to hit weaker. Love it. Places a 30% decreased speed, which I'm sure this is the big version, and a 60%, which is the big version, decreased defense debuff for 2 turns on targets whose attack is equal to or lower than their defense. So effectively it's just saying they've got a higher defense. She's going to come in, if you're taking, let's say Ultan for instance is a barbarian, he's defense, so this move on Ultan would slam his defense down, decrease defense, it would slow him down. So it's just basically attack type champions, crit damage is going to suffer, attack's going to suffer, they're nullifying. If it's a defensive champion, you're breaking the defense, slowing them down. For an A2, I think that's awesome. Really good. The damage based on HP yet again, which is good for a HP champion. I can see this champion so far with these 2 moves being used pretty much everywhere. You would have to use her to really find out, but so far it's looking really impressive. Got a bottoms up. Okay, first and foremost, I don't think she can get her bottom up that high, but I'll take your word for it. Places a 50% ally protection buff, 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. So she's going to protect the team with ally protection, like Skull Crusher, Miscreated Monster. Effectively, if there's an AoE slam, she'll take like 50% of everybody's damage, each individual person's damage. And to counter that, to protect herself while she's protecting the team, she places a 25% strengthening buff on herself for 2 turns. Now, strengthening is something that's relatively new, but if you put it with ally protection and if you put that with strengthening, it's just a fantastic combination. She's making herself as tough as nails. She's taking everybody else's damage. Hell, I'll put her in stalwart gear, and then or just crank up the HP gear. And when it's booked, it's a 3 turn cooldown. A3 approved. I think all moves so far are looking really good. I think there's this champion effectively. She's going to come in, up ally protect strengthen, then she's going to hit someone. If it's an attack champion, she's going to break their attack and their crit damage. If it's a defensive champion, she's going to beat their defense, slow them down. And there's always a chance, 60% chance of block cooldown skills. So the skills of one enemy cannot cool down, nullifying them. She's sticking with the A1. So yeah, so good. So far so good. Golden Guard is the passive, and this decreases the damage and all allies receive from critical hits by 30%. This champion will receive that damage instead. Damage mitigation, she's carrying. So if you look at the moves, there's a bit of synergy in the fact that she's putting strengthen and ally protect. And she's also taking attack based champions that are more likely to crit. And she's breaking their crit damage and their attack. So if you look at this right here, she may not even be taking that much damage because she'll have the ally protect, but she'll have her strengthen. She's going to be breaking down attack champions and slowing down defensive champions. If stalwart gear or to taking this at 30% off, I think this sky's the limit for this champion. I would, if I pull her, it would be good because I think there's just so much you can do with her. I can see her going anywhere. You can put her into clan boss for Christ's sake. I like protecting clan boss and strengthening. It ain't a joke. The block cooldown skills is kind of worthless, and potentially you'll get some use out of this, but arena, faction wars, the dungeons. I think you can take this champion pretty much everywhere. And the aura increases ally HP in all battles. That is all battles, so it's not just arena. You can take her anywhere in the game, like some champions will have. For instance, in faction crypts or dungeons type of thing. All battles is legitimately all battles. It increases ally HP by 33%. So stack her with HP. She's got an aura that links even further. She will do mad work. So recap, she'll be taking the damage for her teammates, but the damage will be reduced by 30% on critical hits. She will put a strengthen on herself for 2 turns, while an ally protection, but that's protecting her while she protects everybody else. This A2 here, it'll be a 3-turn cooldown when it's booked. I think it's just great. An attack type champion is just not going to hit as hard. And a defensive champion is going to just be slow and have lower defense. So you're effectively breaking an attack. And the defensive champion, you're leaving them open to a bit of danger if you can get the right person to attack afterwards. In the A1, there's nothing. It's better than a poison. It's better than attacks enemies 2 times. An extra hit if it's critical. I mean, one of them kind of block cooldown skills is a great move. And she has all of her moves based off of HP. So you stack her with 150k HP, you just go to the absolute sky with it. I think this could be an absolutely brilliant legendary champion. Unfortunately, I don't have her. But if I do, you better believe there will be a video. I'll be showing everybody exactly what you can do with her. So, Ursuga Warcaller. She looks absolutely fantastic, and guys, I'm going to cut it here because this is just a quick review, but if you have her, if you've pulled her and you're using her, building her up, please just write down below where you're going to put her, the kit you're putting on her. Are you putting on Immortal? Are you putting on Stalwart for 30% like less damage? Are you just going life? Are you just going to try and get the HP high? Please leave a comment below, just because this benefits everybody. Other people read it and they might be getting her. They might have pulled her and they'll be questioning what you can do. So it helps everybody. It's not to help me, this is to help the best community in the world, and that is the raid community. Yeah? So, raiders, until next time, this was Ursuga Warcaller. I'll catch you guys next time.